2, 1.
Good evening and welcome to the Templeton Board of Health. It's August 28th. And we will start, I believe it's 7 o'clock. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to
the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Our first thing is to review the minutes of June 26th. I reviewed those. They were fine. Earl, do you have any questions?
Nope.
All right. So you want to make a motion to approve them?
Sure. I'll make a motion to approve them.
Thank you, Earl. And
You're welcome.
I'm in favor. Right. And we'll move right along to communicable disease update. Lori?
Jane, just because we have you through Zoom and Earl through in person, if we could just do it by actual roll call. So a motion was made. Earl.
By Earl. Yep.
Okay.
So just
Right.
all I need you to do is yes vote, yes vote.
Yes, vote.
Okay. Yes. I'm in favor of the minutes from
Thank
June
you.
26th.
I'm in
Thank
favor
you.
of the minutes.
All right. So communicable disease update. And I feel like we still need to talk about COVID every once in a while. We had a 14-day incident rate of 2.6. There were 34 tests taken in the last 2 weeks. We had 3 positive tests in the last 3 weeks. And these are the reportable ones. This is not people
Right.
at home taking a test and not telling anybody what's going on. We had a positive rate of 8.82%. And this month I had no other reportable communicable diseases. So it's still COVID season, and if anybody needs test kits or masks or anything else, I do have them here. We still have a supply of hand sanitizer too.
Great. Good to know. Thank you, Lori.
Are we
Well,
tracking
any
like
questions?
flu or anything else? Or just
Yeah, we'll get those
just
reports
COVID.
too. No, we'll get the other reports too.
Okay.
Okay. And moving right along to the abandoned house update.
So I wanted to let you know on 3 of the houses that we've been working on what some of the results are. With 10 Pleasant Street, as I'm sure you've seen, the house is down. There was a problem with an oil tank that was found in the ground that was taken care of properly and reported to DEP. And there was a licensed site professional that came and did all of the work. It was properly removed. So that particular parcel is almost ready to go. There's another small piece that runs along the side of it that was owned by the same person, and that's currently in land court, and we're kind of waiting for that to be released so that we can move forward with the property in its entirety. So that is still moving along. We also have 28 Albert Street. You actually met the gentleman from USDA. He came and did a presentation before you. He's not able to move it the way he wanted to. So we're actually going to housing court on September 6th to petition the court to put that particular parcel into receivership. So with the Attorney General representing us, we'll be moving that forward instead of trying to, the USDA, he can't do what he wanted to do. So it'll move forward the way the other houses have been moving forward. We also have 29 Sawyer Street, which we worked really hard on, and it was quite the process because the bank did not want it to go into receivership. So they did most of the cleanup themselves. And on June 30th, I believe, well, I think I had told you guys that it was going to auction, and it was actually sold at auction, and it was purchased by Scribner Associates. And he has actually flipped several houses in Templeton. So we're really happy. He's already started work. You can see the roll-off dumpster, you know, in the driveway, and things are starting to move on that too. So very happy about that.
Awesome. Any questions, Earl?
Nope.
Okay, then we'll move right along to the court cases updates. Obviously, you're going for
There's
Albert
a
Street.
lot of time spent on these.
Okay,
So State Road, by court order, myself, the conservation agent, and the building commissioner went out and did inspections of the property. The gentleman who owns the piece of property has what I would call a tiny home built on a chassis. In no way, shape, or form do I believe that that could be properly moved the way it is. But there's no septic system, there's no well, it's in wetlands, it's a problem, and we are still working on it. So that's a continuing saga. All of our reports went in, and town council is taking care of that. On Patriots Road, I don't know if anybody has been by lately, but I would say it's about 90% cleaned up. I did have questions from the receiver who is directing the cleanup about the remaining sheds. I did let them know that everything has to go. It has to be a vacant piece of property. And we should see, that should be coming to a close at the end of this month.
okay, good.
Fingers crossed. 25 Central Street. It's a tough one. That's where all the automobiles are. It's between Lee's hot dog stand and oh my gosh.
Turtle.
Thank
The
you.
turtle.
Turtle. So that is still in court. Basically at this point, they're in contempt. We have continued to log when they're operating, and it's always at night, it's always after hours. And the outcome should still be the same. It's just a lengthy process. I never realized how long these processes are, but that's also still moving forward.
Okay, great. Any questions, Earl?
No.
No? Okay. So we'll move along to the textile recycling update, the do's and don'ts.
And it's been going really, really well. People are courteous, and they've been doing a great job, only putting things in that go in there. But we did have last week, somebody dropped a lot of things that don't go in those boxes, and they left them in front of the boxes. And I just want to remind people that the yellow boxes at Town Hall and the Senior Center are for textile goods. And that includes things like shoes and boots and towels and bedding, clothes, pocketbooks, belts, anything like that can go in those boxes. But rugs and other large items can go in there too, but you gotta cut them down so that they actually fit in the box. And the only thing they ask is to please not put wet or soiled textiles in there. Anything else can go. It can be a clean rag and it can go in that box. To date, Templeton has actually received $2,018 for the contents of those boxes. it gets weighed and we get 5 cents a pound for it. Actually, I think it went up to 7 cents a pound. So we do get a little bit of money that goes into the general fund from those boxes. And thank you, everybody who's being so courteous. We appreciate it.
We do appreciate it. I hate driving by them. There's one near where I work and it's always got stuff in front of it. And it's not just textiles. It's not a big rug. It's furniture and.
Well, and there were
that kind of-
plastic toys.
I was going to say I
like
saw some plastic toys.
a
Yeah.
nightstand, and we can't put those in those boxes. They can't take it. They can't use
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But if anybody ever wants to know what Planet Aid does, they can go to planetaid.org, and it's amazing how far it reaches.
It is. Thank you. Any questions, Earl?
No.
No. All right, moving right along. Yard waste update.
So I just wanted to let everybody know, we actually have a bylaw in Templeton with regard to yard waste. It falls under deposit on public property prohibited, and it's from 1992, and it actually says no person shall throw or put or cause to be thrown or put any snow or ice, rubbish, waste material, or leaves from any privately owned land into or upon any public way, sidewalk, catch basin, or town-owned land. We're having a problem with people mowing lawns and putting their yard waste into the roads. We've received a couple of complaints, and it is dangerous for people who motorcycles and cars alike. I mean, there was a case of someone blew all their leaves from their yard into one of our roadways, and I know because I slid through them. So we're just asking the public to please remember, yard waste stays in your yard. Even if the leaves blow from another yard, they're yours. And hopefully we don't have too much of a problem, because it is actually a finable offense. And that's
Reminder. Yeah.
just a reminder.
Thank you. All right. Any members update, Earl?
Nope.
No. And the
Nope.
only question I had was, did you work with, is it NEHA and FDA, any grants or anything, Lori? I know I keep getting emails about it. I know you do too.
So we have been working on a few things. Templeton has hired a grant writer, and I believe she starts in September, and we're very excited about that. So it'll be a little bit easier to have help with those kind of things. So.
Good to know. Thank you. All right. Our next meeting will be September 25th,
That's what I had on my
7
calendar.
o'clock. That works for me.
Okay. Does it work for you?
Anything
Sure, why not?
else? Oh, yeah. Sign those for Laura. Anything else?
That's all I have for you tonight.
Okay. Thank you, Lori, for all your hard work and for everything you do, for all these updates. And Earl, you as well.
Thank you. You're
And I
welcome.
guess I'll call for an adjournment if you're in favor of that, Earl.
And I will second that motion.
Okay.